When I was talking with somebody and they wondered why I was crying reading these, trying to come up with something for today, I had to ask her, if you've ever had somebody close to you die, did you ever have a fleeting thought of wanting to actually touch the dead person, like in their coffin, or in their, yep. So apparently I'm not alone. This is wanting to touch a corpse. I'm the youngest child in my family, and I wasn't as close to Mom as everyone else and the other daughters. And after Dad called me to tell me Mom died, and I told the rest of my siblings, my older two sisters rescheduled their flight so they could see Dad that night. I had already scheduled my plane ticket for the next morning, first hoping I'd be there in time to see Mom before she died, so I wasn't going to pay a ton to change my ticket again. So I went to Dad the next day. And Mom didn't want any services. She didn't want anyone to see her dead like that, especially if she was getting more and more sick before she died. So we held no public services for Mom. We just held a small service for only the family. It was hard for me to agree that for this service and for her cremation, she should wear the dress that she wore to my wedding, and the remains of that dress would be mingled with her ashes forever. But I agreed that this would be a good way to connect us. We entered the room where her body lay. All stopped at the other side of the room. I think we were all too afraid to make the first steps, to see her laying in that coffin, to see her for the last time. Dad finally walked to her and knelt before her, cried. What am I saying? We all cried. I waited for everyone else to see her, to have a moment with Mom, kneel before her, before I went to her on my own. And when I knelt before her, I tried to think of what my family said about how she looked, how her skin hung before she died. But she looked so peaceful there, relaxed, free from pain, and dressed like an angel for her private farewell. She just looked asleep, like I often had seen her in her final months, but this time there was no longer sleeping to avoid pain. She found another way out. Unlike so many times I had seen her sleeping when sick, she looked free of pain, free of the battle, at peace. And I didn't want to stop looking at her. When she knew she was dying, I wrote her a letter telling her that I just wanted to be able to put my arms around her and hold her for a very long time, to show her that I loved her and that she meant that much to me. And it was like a part of me was unable to believe. Part of me was unable to believe that she was dead. And I wanted to touch her hand, touch her cheek, to make some sort of contact with her once more. But I knew I wouldn't be able to cope with feeling her cold, dead skin. And my family would be shocked and mortified if I touched my mother. I knew I couldn't do it. I saw the skin on her arms, her fingernails that they painted. They looked so pretty for us to ease our burden when seeing our mother for the last time. And I knew it wasn't the skin of my living mother. I had to let her go, even if I couldn't help but keep crying.